Previously, in the Augmented Survival Environment. Fuck!
2 people have died. Someone's peeing themselves and you're shaking him. It's been 30 seconds and Sarah goes, "Come on, guys, fuck off."
Adventurer. Well, it's good to see you back again. I thought perhaps I had too much to drink the last time, and, well, if you wouldn't mind joining me, we can pick up where we left our party. I believe it was just reaching the village of Tanault.
Alright, so y'all finished with the first session. You spent about another hour traveling. It was another 4 miles or so. So, just so that you're all aware, the path that you were traveling on is dead center in the squares that you were traveling along. So you're still in pretty well flat land. There's a few more trees around, but it's still pretty much just flat land because the forest is about 2 miles to either side of the entrance to the village. Sarah.
Question.
Yes?
Are there birds?
Are there any, gophers or
Horses?
bird hounds?
None that you see. Alright, so you've spent about another hour walking. By your estimation, it's about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. The sun's starting to get a little bit lower in the sky. You come up to about a 20-foot wooden wall with a gate that's closed. What would you like to do?
Is there anyone at the gate?
Currently, no one you can see.
Shall we call out?
Shall we knock on the gate?
I was wondering if we should, I don't know if this is how you say it, but, roll for perception and, look around a little?
You can.
That is I will give Allison credit. That is correct use of term.
Alright, since Allison's the one who thought of it,
So she gets to roll.
Yeah, she'll make the perception roll.
16?
16.
16.
Plus?
16 plus perception of 3, so 19.
Okay, so y'all are standing pretty close to the gate at this point. You're probably 10 or 15 feet from the gate, and you hear snoring coming from the top of the wall. Looking around you, there's not really anything special around you. There's just the gate, and you hear the snoring.
Gronk should yell for something. Grunt should yell for something.
Gronkowski's with us? The tight end for the New England Patriots?
I can roar. I'm a dragon.
Oh, shit, dragon, roar at him!
No, that might
Wait, no, he might burn the village out. Can we just knock on the gate, please?
So, it's
Maybe we should have the nice high elf call out.
Hey, we're elves.
Wait, so, it's we know it's a someone. Do we know it's a great guard, or we just know
No,
it's
you're just
someone?
high.
You just hear snoring.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna take
let's yell
initiative
out.
and walk over and knock on the gate.
Alright, that's fair. So you guys knock on the gate, you wait around for a couple of seconds, nothing happens. No answer.
I look at Grunt and I say, hit the gate harder.
Wait. Can I send the sleeping person a message with my cantrip thing? See, are they awake? Can they receive a message with the cantrip?
I'm pretty sure with send message you have to have sightline to the person you're sending the message to.
That is correct.
Look.
Because you don't know who it is.
Just
so
yell
you won't
out
be able
to whoever's snoring at the gate.
Go ahead and hit the gate louder, or hit it harder.
Okay.
Actually, roll a strength check.
So I do not have to
gate.
see the target, but in order to get to the target, I can point my finger through solid doors, but I would already need to know what's on the other side. So if we'd already been there, then so not right now.
So
in
would
the future, I
I roll d20 for that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Anytime I ask you for a stat block check.
Natural 20.
Yes!
Fuck!
Yes! That door going down, fam!
Do I tell my strength check now, or my strength?
No,
No, that was the check.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, Grunt.
Mark over here looks at you and he's like, "Hey Grunt, can you knock on the gate real quick?" And so you go ahead, you do it.
Absolutely, master.
So you're not really thinking about it. You're like, "Oh yeah, I'll go over there. I'll knock on the gate." You raise your fist up and punch it through the gate. The gate doesn't fall down, but there's a splintering sound as the boards of the gate just crack underneath your fist, which is now stuck in the gate.
Does the snoring stop?
Yes, the snoring stops.
There appears to be a problem here.
Yeah, you guys see a helmeted head pop over the top of the wall, and you hear a "Oi!
Hello.
That's my gate!"
Hello.
I am laughing and crying from behind as I am rolling on the floor laughing right now at what I have caused.
The head disappears, and you hear a "Sound the alarm!"
No, don't sound the alarm, please. Just
Sing him a song.
I don't have any instruments.
That's what I said. Sing.
I will sing you the song of my people if you do not call for an alarm.
Already not how I was expecting
We
this
would
to
like
go.
to hear the song.
I just look at Jason's character and just like,
Can
I believe I may have messed up.
Ryan,
Thanks for the visual.
pull your arm out the door already.
I can't.
It's stuck,
Oh yeah,
fam.
it's stuck.
My character's freaking the
Who
fuck
has the
out
most
right
charisma? Someone say something.
What's your charisma?
Real quick, I do want to know,
Do
do you want to
read
try and pull your fist out, or are you just going to stand there with your fist in the gate?
Please just stand there.
I guess I'll just stand there with my fist in the gate.
Oh, you're okay.
My man.
Would any of you like to take any further action, or you just kind of wait and see how this plays out?
Well, I would like to yell out to please not sound the alarm. It was an accident.
Is the gate now unlocked and slightly opened at least?
Oh no, his fist is just in.
Okay.
Like the gate's still closed. My fist is just stuck in it now. Is it in it or through it?
Oh, through it.
Okay.
Yeah, so say this is the plane of the gate.
Uh-huh.
Your
Oh,
fist is
damn
like
it.
this,
What I should have done.
and the boards around your fist are just kind of
Oh, let's
splintered
go for
and
this.
gouging into your arm.
Oh, okay.
So, can we just yell out that we have gold to fix it?
Please don't do that.
Um,
I mean, it's only like a moderate sized hole.
I'm just gonna wait.
All right, so we've got
what's
a
your,
wait.
I am laughing, but I would, once he said sound the alarm,
Yeah.
I would like to go. No. It was an accident.
Give me a wisdom check.
I don't. How would I check that?
Because I can totally see your character just rolling on the ground laughing.
12 plus 1 is my
Swipe
wisdom
left and
to
right.
13.
Alright.
Okay, so
Um,
you don't think to call out, but you do start to calm down a little bit. Like you're standing there, you're still chuckling a little bit, but you're not on the ground.
Okay.
I have one thing I would like to do
Okay.
if I can do it.
Okay.
Do we know if the guard is nearby, or do we just know that the guard is somewhere?
All you know is that his head disappeared. You don't know if he's left the top of the wall or not.
All right. Can I use intimidation and call to him to appear?
Go roll me a Constitution check.
Okay.
I want to see how loud you are.
Preemptive, I would like to cast my spell Absorb Elements.
I highly doubt combat's gonna start, but
That's completely up to you guys.
Going to House of Flash.
Shit.
Okay, Grant, what's your plan?
So if I pull my arm out, will it
It probably depends on how high you roll. Because if you get another nat 20, I bet you could just pull the whole door off or something.
Yeah.
But
Please
at the
don't
same
get a nat
time,
20.
get a nat 20!
That was great.
but if you get a 1, your hand's just permanently stuck and you cut off your arm or something. I don't know.
Okay, so
Thanks for giving Matt the idea.
my character is panicking a little tiny bit on the inside, and falling back on his backstory.
Okay.
Grunt would like to climb the wall.
Would like to climb. Well, first you have to get your fist out of the
Are
door.
you in pain?
I'm assuming not, so he's just kind of cut through it like butter.
I just kept my hand there. So
Yeah. So go roll me another strength check.
14.
Okay. So you're able to successfully pull your fist out of the door. Your arm's a little bit scratched up, but really you're no more the worse for wear. And now there is a hole through the door. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Let's see. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, so as you're pulling your arm out through the door, you happen to glance through the hole and you see eight people dressed similarly, carrying weapons, and one person in front of them who's dressed a little bit differently from them, but also carrying weapons, all rushing towards the door or the gate.
All right. Now can I use intimidation?
Uh,
Or would anyone else like to go first? Sorry,
Yeah,
let me
I-
do that. Would anyone else like to go?
I would suggest we just back away from the door a little bit.
Yeah, I
That
do
way-
think we should all get out of range of the door.
I think she should probably. One of these two should probably try and calm them down.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you intimidate them and you
We're gonna
mess
end up
up,
getting
we're gonna
them to
get
pee
shanked.
I'm a tiefling, so I'm gonna back away a little bit.
And I'll just stand wherever
Let my-
he's standing.
yeah, at this
Let my
point,
girlfriend-
I feel like
at this
you and
point, I
could
kind
take
of want
it.
everybody to just like everybody take your own action. So she's backing away.
But keeping an eye on Alice, then.
How close are we to the door right now? Like, are we within range? Like, they would be
He's right next to it. The rest
Okay.
of you are spread out about 5 to 10 feet away from the gate.
Basically, here's Gate.
Is
Me
he-
here.
Is he informing us of what he just saw?
Oh yeah.
Or
that's
is
good.
it just his knowledge? We still don't.
That's just his knowledge right now.
Okay, Grant. Do you
Then
want
I'm doing
to share
nothing, I
what
guess,
you know
until
with the
I
class?
learn knowledge.
Hey Grunt, what do you see in the hole?
The hell is
A
going
little
on?
bit of a problem coming, maybe several.
Should we
Okay,
back
so
away?
now we all know.
Yeah, you all know.
We should probably get to defensive positions.
Okay, so
At which point, I'll probably take a step forward closer to the door to try and defuse the situation that I may or may not have started.
And
I think I will stand next to Mark. And just kind of like take a defensive but calm approach.
Okay.
I place my claws together, step away, but keep an eye on Alice.
Okay.
I'll be right behind those two in case I need to go in front to tank.
Okay. And then Steven, what are you doing?
I'll be standing next to Grunt.
Next to Kate.
Next to Grant.
You'll just be standing next to me going, it's okay, big guy. It's okay. I didn't mean to. I didn't
No, I
mean
just want
to.
to calm you down.
Alright, so you're standing next to
Okay,
him by
you're
the
not
gate, right?
spearheading the beast.
He's standing behind
Oh,
me.
yeah,
and
you're
I'm
standing
standing
behind
Oh
us.
no,
Spear.
you're the one standing next to him, next to the gate.
Yeah,
Okay.
two fighters.
So I guess it would be them
Yeah.
and then us and then Jason.
Yeah,
and
we're
then
stepping
Sarah.
up to try and catch up to the door to defuse situation.
1 second.
I think we shouldn't be charging at the door.
Did you roll another 20 for fucking initiative?
God damn
Fuck
it!
off!
Both of you roll a dex check.
11 plus 5? Yeah, so 16.
Oh, God.
God.
9.
Demigod. Oh God, buddy.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
You're just staring at your wrist, and I'm staring at the people.
No, I'm staring at my wrist and you're still like comforting me and all of a sudden some shit's about to come down the pipe.
No, my arm, it still hurts.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I'm down 3. But I still have more health than her.
I mean, everyone does, so.
How much health do you have?
The bar is pretty
12.
low
Okay,
here.
Oh, shit.
Oh, why'd you pull out a D10?
Okay. So a spear comes shooting through the hole in the gate. You manage to get out of the way in time, but it does end up impaling you in the arm, and you take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Damn.
Can I... I'm assuming they didn't throw it through the hole. It's someone...
Yeah, they jabbed it
Okay.
through the hole.
Can I grab the pole
And
and just hold it in place?
Go ahead and do a strength check.
15 plus 5, so 20.
Okay,
This is going great.
so you grab the spear, and you kind of yank it a little bit, but a little bit harder than you were expecting to, and
Did
you
I
end
just-
up... You snap the shaft in half.
I was
So
about to say,
we
did you
have
just
the
like pull
pointy
it
end.
deeper into like...
Oh yeah,
breath?
he has the pointy end.
Wait, did that just pull a portion of it just through my arm more?
The whole thing is falling apart. Is what probably Allison and I are
We're
screaming.
just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
So
Why would you do it?
there's someone on the other side of the gate holding just a wooden stick
I
at
didn't think
this
it was
point.
gonna be that
He
bad.
ripped the pointy end out of his arm,
Oh, fuck.
Well,
and you're holding about a like foot-long stick with a pointy piece of metal on the end.
Because I throw it back through the hole.
No,
someone tackles
I want
Run for the love of God!
Damien.
you.
Everything went to shit.
And you started
No,
it.
the DM started it
Just
because he didn't have to on a nat. Just because it was a nat 20, he didn't have to make them sound an alarm. He could have just made the guy pissed at us and had a conversation. No, he had the alarm go off, so the guards came at us, hit Grunt. Steven ripped the spear out.
Oh, you're assuming the dude at the gate wasn't a coward. This is a village.
This is a village out in the middle of
That's the
bumfuck
worst
nowhere.
part.
As far as
I
know.
just wanted to get in the village.
This is the part we're all.
Short part is we haven't even gotten to the market in
Are
the
we
village.
in battle now, or are we still trying
No.
to figure this out?
1 second. Roll a Constitution
Oh
check.
god.
I'll lose.
12.
So up to this point, you haven't taken damage, right?
No, I did.
Well,
Remember,
4
I
points
took
just now.
4 points of damage when
No,
the
no,
spear
no. I
affected
meant
me.
up to like first session, you didn't take any damage.
No, I didn't take any damage.
I have a bad feeling, guys. Grunt might die.
All right. So you take an additional point of damage. So you've
Okay.
taken 5 points of damage at this point, and you're also
Apologies.
you weren't prepared for taking damage in this world. You weren't prepared for it to be so realistic. It doesn't necessarily hurt too much at this point, but you also were not expecting blood to kind of spurt out of your arm, and also for it not to be red. So you just kind of like you put your head in your hands like this, and you just kind of like kneel on the ground for a moment. So
Okay.
you're out of things for a little bit.
Are you including my backstory into that as well, or just this is just one of those things?
This does kind of tie into your backstory with like situations you may have been in the past.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like a mixture of flashback, and also you weren't expecting this world to like be like this. All right.
Missing some
So you just grabbed the
PTSD
spear.
over there.
Do any of you want to react to him grabbing the spear? Do you want to?
I would like to react poorly to him because he's a dumb motherfucker.
Someone tackle Damien.
I didn't want them to.
Okay,
You having to
so
weapon to
seeing
stab him.
Grunt just get down on the ground immediately,
And now one
I
doesn't
get
have a weapon.
extremely worried and rush over to check on him.
I
Okay.
start yelling at Damien for how much of a fucking moron he is for trying to take
All right.
the
So
spear.
you run
I
over.
wasn't trying to say. I was trying to stop.
Go
it.
ahead. Roll a charisma check, Jason.
What do you mean trying to stop it? It already gone through his own-
12 plus my charisma.
Alright. Are we still trying to charm these?
I would like to.
One second.
So 16.
I'm at 16.
Okay, so you are. It does take a little bit, but you are successfully calming him down.
Chill.
Yeah, you're helping him out. So you're just standing there. All 4 of you are like pretty much next to the gate at this point.
There's only 3 of us.
No, the 4 of you.
And,
Because he's berating him.
and
He's
Allison was
holding
next
the
to me,
spearhead.
so Allison's still next to me. I'm assuming within the vicinity.
I'm still like 5 to 10 feet
Yeah.
back because you walked up to berate
that's
him,
right,
so
that's
I'm
right.
still like back here
Yeah,
where we originally
these.
were.
She's the farthest back.
I'm back in the shadows.
Allison's a little bit back, and then all 4 of you are like right next to the gate. He's on the ground. He's comforting him. He's still holding the head of the spear, and you're yelling at him.
Yes.
What would you 2 like to do?
So are we?
I would love to.
Because
So
I
maybe
can also
Get my,
he's
get my
just,
attention.
he's just yelling at him. You need to decide what to do on your own right now.
Yeah, you need to get my attention at best.
okay.
No, just-
I would like to cast my cantrip Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And it's hold on, let me read it to you. I create a sound. Its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be my voice, someone else's voice, a lion's roar, beating of drums. I don't know why I didn't do this when I'm trying to wake the fucking guard up.
Yeah, you want to cast Absorb Element, but not Minor Illusion.
Well, I was like, okay, battle's coming, so I should be prepared. But now I'm like, get everybody's fucking attention to stop being fucking dipshits. I would like to yell really loudly and tell them to calm the fuck down and get behind me so we can talk to the people.
And you were gonna create a sound, right?
Yeah, I was gonna create a sound and kind of make it like a large yell, very large yell. Hopefully something that mildly intimidates the people behind the gate, but also to tell everybody to get behind me.
Okay, how loud do you... Exactly what are you saying, and how loud do you want it to be?
I want it to be as loud as I can make it, which is as loud as a scream,
That
according to the
doesn't.
thing.
That doesn't hurt people. I would hope.
Yeah, not like a blood ear popping scream, but like a scream.
Yeah, about... It'll be probably about the sound, or the decibel level of a lion's roar.
Yeah. So decibel level of a lion's roar, and it should be my voice, but maybe slightly lower, like a deep version of my voice.
So like Grunt's voice.
But still my voice.
But still your voice. Okay.
Tell me what you're
Couldn't
gonna
Grunt.
Tell
Devin
me-
Grunt, sure.
Tell me what you're gonna say, and I'll say it for you.
Yeah, so you're casting that.
Can everybody get the fuck behind me, please?
Can everybody
Already?
get the-
Can everybody get the fuck behind me?
Alright.
Okay,
Escorting you
so
over behind.
Sarah's already behind you.
Hi,
Are you
elf.
backing away, or are you staying?
I'm staying where I am, but I'm asking everybody to get behind me so we're at least 10 feet away from the door.
Okay.
Because I should be 5 to 10 feet away anyway.
So you're about 10 feet away. She's already back. You're like 15, 20 feet away.
Can they see
So-
my silver eyes glinting?
Sure.
It's not dark. It's daylight.
I don't know what time of day it is.
It's daylight.
I told you that at the very beginning. It's about 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. It's daylight. You're not in the darkness. There's nothing to hide behind except for Allison.
She's like, I went into the forest, right?
I am 2 miles away by now.
She's like, I'm fucking off.
She's like, I'm going to the nearest forest.
I have so many animal friends, I forgot all y'all. Except Alice.
Okay, so these two are standing about 10 feet back from the gate. Mark over here just grabs you by the arm and starts hauling you over behind Allison. You have no choice in the matter.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll another Constitution throw. Or, yeah.
15 plus 2, so 17.
Alright, you're collected enough at this point. Ares over here has been able to calm you down enough. The two of you are also walking to go over behind Allison. About this time, actually, since Allison, you're the one that's kind of like collected right now, paying attention, go ahead and roll a perception check.
14 plus, what is it? 3, so 17.
17. Okay. So as everybody else is kind of like walking over to get behind you, you notice pretty much what looks like a shield cover up the hole on the other side of the gate.
Shit, Master missile throw.
Don't work.
And you also see a figure. 1 second.
And once I notice everything, can I now absorb elements?
1 second.
I don't like being in front. I don't have a lot of HP. I regret my decision.
Yeah, I
but
find
was-
it hilarious that you're the one who's kind of like, get behind me.
You weren't fucking doing anything!
Ah, darn 11.
Just trying to get him out.
Why would you go towards the danger?
Because my friend is bleeding.
It's fine.
I
You got
love.
you
Says the one that tried to give her stuff away to a random lady that she met.
I have noble blood and I like to fuck with the
I
poor
love
people.
this.
So what else do I notice?
There's a shield covering the hole now, and you notice a figure at the top of the wall. You can't make out all of him, you can only see the upper half. He's a younger man, and he shouts out from the top of the wall, "What business does the occult have with the first village of Tanal?"
The occult.
We're all in
Remember
black
that you're all wearing
robes.
black cloaks.
Oh.
Black robes with hoods.
We are
Yes.
but simple folk.
It was an accident. We're here to explore the village and here on tourism.
Okay, everyone take your robes off.
Alright, Alice.
Hey, I know what you're up to.
Allison, roll a persuasion check.
Oh, I got a 9 plus 4, so 13.
So it's like, everyone, calm down, get naked, let's just go into the village.
Disrobe.
That definitely seems like a cult at that point.
Alright, so what exactly, like, he's skeptical, he's kind of believing you. What exactly did you say to him?
We mean no harm. We're here to visit. We would like to visit your shops and tour the city. And we would need a medic now because it was an accident and he's got some splinters. Medic! We need some medical professional help.
My character's just like,
Possibly a second.
You're okay.
I didn't mean to. I didn't think that. I thought the door was stronger.
Grunt's over here just having a moment.
I feel like that should add to his convincing because he's clearly not okay. We need a medical professional.
Alright. So, like I said, the guard, so at this point you can kind of assume this is the guard captain. This is the dude in charge, right?
Okay.
So he's still pretty skeptical. He's looking at you. He's like, and where do you come from?
The tree.
Where do you go?
We come from the land of Cotton Eye Joe.
How do we explain how he came? I'll just tell him truthfully. We don't know.
I
I
would
feel
say that we
I
just...
distant.
I come from a land down under.
Okay, so at this point,
Down Under's not gonna help
And
with
we
the
could
occult
also
shit.
break into dance.
Women glow and men plunder.
so just real quick, I'm assuming you all kind of want to discuss answering that question.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
I'm a bard, I love music. I instinctively just want to reference Cotton Eye
Let me
Joe.
sing you a song of my people.
I will sing you a song of my people. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I mean,
Wait. Handy in the very beginning said that this world was all created by him, so he should ideally have other people similar to us in the world.
Oh, one second. I want to check something real quick. So you're not in combat. Everybody roll initiative real quick.
Fuck
Oh my god.
Clark first.
I rolled a 9.
9.
19 plus 120.
Sarah?
Wait, where's the initiative? Oh, I'm 10 then. Yay.
3.
Okay. Allison?
I have 19.
And what's your modifier? It's dexterity?
Oh no, it's a 19 total.
Oh, 19 total, and you were 20 total?
Your turn.
13 total.
18 total.
18 total? Okay. So, Jason, you get to decide, are you all talking, or are you going to take an action before you all talk about what to do?
Well, since Allison's looking at the gate, alright, everyone's pretty much looking at the gate at this point.
Except for you, you're looking at me.
No, we're already back behind
Yeah,
Allison.
you're all behind
okay.
Allison.
And we're all deciding on what the fuck we're going to do.
So you do want to just... So, Jason, you're going to ask the guard, like, can we have a moment to converse with ourselves? So I want you to go ahead and roll a charisma check.
Is that a good idea to tell him that we're going to converse amongst ourselves about where we're from if he thinks we're from the occult?
Well, it's not... See, that's why I'm having him roll the charisma check, is because that's not necessarily what... That's what you want to do, but I want to see whether or not it's more of a, like, you just straight up tell him, because I could see your character doing that, being like, give us a moment to talk about that question, or are you more charismatic and being like, could we have a moment to, you know, check on our friend right here and kind of talk with each other and, you know, collect our bearings.
Kind of like me knocking on the door. I could knock,
Yeah,
I could
he
softly
could've
knock, or I
knocked,
could have
or
fucking
he
busted a
could
hole
put his
through
fist
it.
through the
I
door.
thought you were gonna knock, and like that natural 20 is gonna be like the most beautiful knocks.
That's what I thought too. I was like, what's a natural 20? It'd be great. Your fist goes through the door.
I don't know how you went from a knock to
This
a
one's out really
punch.
quickly. This one's out
When
really
everything
quickly.
that happened sounded like a nat 1.
Well, nat 20s aren't always a good thing.
They
Most
most of the
are
time
supposed
are.
to be good.
Most of the time. But I want you all to be aware, they're not always. So go ahead and roll a charisma
We're
check.
aware now.
3 plus
Oh god.
3 plus my precision 4.
We don't know where we're from. Let us talk.
That's literally pretty much what happens. You just straight up, point blank tell him,
Give us a second. Let me check on my friend.
no,
No,
that
not
would
at all.
have been amenable. You just straight up, to his face, be all like, we need to decide on what we're going to tell you. And then you turn your back.
I suggest we give him a fake village of where we're from, because no matter what we say, we don't know any other villages in this place. We know nowhere.
We could just say we
We
came
could-
from a village from the south.
We could.
You also have a map.
There's nothing
Yeah,
down
but-
south but the lake.
I suggest we give
Oh, yeah,
him
we're from
some
Watertown.
gold.
Let's just say
Yeah,
we're
from
but
the
we
swamp.
would. Oh yeah, we do know everything on the map. That's right.
Watertown?
Um,
We came from the south though.
Yeah, Legs specifically gave
That's
you
a-
a map that has
yeah,
a
but we, that's
direction.
just because that's where we came
You
from doesn't
can
mean that we
lie.
can come from anywhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, we could have walked around.
Exactly.
world is
Yeah.
not a single
Can we
path.
all just agree we're from the Water Town? Just because I think we like water and it's an easy name to remember.
We are a traveling theater troupe.
Please don't do that. Please don't make us that.
This one dances.
You have the lowest initiative, so you're literally
Okay.
gonna say the last one.
Can we all agree Water Town?
I think Watertown's amenable.
We're from the Water Town.
So you're all going to decide on what to say, and then you're going to decide on who your spokesperson is going to be.
Not me.
Between you and me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I recommend it's not the tiefling, not the dragonborn, and not the half-orc. I would recommend...
Maybe not the guy probably still holding the other half
and
of the
not
spear.
the half-elf who just ripped a spear.
I just feel
I
like
wanna point out
theater
that-
troupe would explain this motley crew, but
I did try and offer to pay for the damages before all this started.
So yeah, you've
And
all
I
got
got
to
shook.
agree on what to say, and then I'm assuming you're going to select either Allison or Mark as your spokesperson.
And this is a charisma check or a persuasion check?
Really depends on what you say.
Okay.
Yeah, so I speak up and I say, we are from the village of Watertown. Up
North.
northwest. of here.
Roll deception.
You son of a bitch.
Well, no, like that's
I
the
know.
same for you.
Fair. 17. Plus
Okay.
6.
Okay.
Decent lie.
So it's a bit of a sticky situation. You can tell he wants to believe you. He wants to believe exactly what you're saying, but he's also native to the land and is very extraordinarily, like, you can see it on his face. He's so confused as to A, what you're doing here, and B, what the hell two half-elves, a high elf, a tiefling, a dragonborn, and a half-orc are all doing together.
You know what? I'm starting to side more with her on the theater troupe idea.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragdoll. Yeah.
So you just told him you're from Watertown.
We are a traveling circus.
We're simply out exploring, looking for wares to buy, such as armor, clothing, and the
Horses.
such. Potentially horses for an act we are looking into doing, and it was all
I
an
hate this
accident with the door. It was
really
a
do.
pure accident.
Please.
Aries, I don't know what we're doing.
Alright.
I just wanted to knock.
He looks down at you and says, I apologize, travelers, that you've come all of this way, but I unfortunately cannot let you into the village. On orders from the capital, we cannot break siege until the Goblin Scourge has been eliminated.
Dear God.
Son of a bitch, we just damaged everyone in this troop. Now we're gonna go to fight goblins.
Is that what you scream at the guard?
Yeah, I yell that out loud at this point. I'm all, son of a bitch.
Can I say something to the guard?
Wait.
Well, since I was in the middle of the conversation, the next obvious question I would ask is, where is this goblin?
Can we
in
go
horde?
into the?
Is that what you said?
Can we ask him if we can go into the village to get some wares to help him fight the goblin horde?
More than likely, if it's under siege like that and it's orders from the capital, they will
bitch
not.
ain't
They
letting
will
out.
not open until the royal guard gives them permission.
That
to
gate
do
is-
so.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna add. So you said there's a goblin horde. Is that the word you used?
Goblin Scourge.
Scourge. Sorry. Where is this goblin scourge? It seems safe around here.
I'm extraordinarily surprised you didn't encounter any on your way from Watertown. The entire force west of the village is infested.
We're coming back after a long tour.
We spent a lot. We're from Watertown, but we spent a lot of time recently at. I very non-discreetly looked down at a random map. Ender Lake, south of here, and that's where we just came from. So we've been on a road this entire time. Have not been in the forest for quite some time.
Go ahead and make another deception check.
Shit. Oh, thank God. 7 plus 6, so 13.
13. He's starting to believe you less and less the more you talk. And he's like, what were you... Shit, I can't talk about laughing. He just asked you, what were you doing at Ender Lake?
Vacation.
We were spending a wonderful... Look at the weather.
Wait, but what if Ender Lake is like a death lake? What if it's
I
like
know that. I'm taking a real risk here, guys. I'm taking a risk here for
Is that
you.
we really are the occult?
We're spending a lot of jolly time around campfire.
We were practicing a play with a backdrop.
Hang on.
Best policy, guys.
I'm just gonna go in straight immediately and say, as you can see, we are travelers. We had heard rumors of certain occurrences at Ender Lake, and we were curious if we would see such occurrences at the lake, so we spent some time camping down by Ender Lake. And recently have left to come get more wares from a nearby village.
Okay, before he responds, with him kind of rambling on, would anybody like to interject, grab him, toss him?
I don't know
Don't you toss me.
I don't know if I can. Can I do a history check based on my background? So do we already know what his rank is?
No, you're just kind of assuming at this point that he's the captain of the guard for this village because
All right.
he's dressed differently than everybody else, which you saw, and he also has the bearing of someone important.
All right. Can I roll and do? Would that be? I don't know what, but basically take my character's backstory and relate it to him.
So one soldier to another.
Yeah.
It depends. What do you want to say?
Basically, it's going to be give him. Basically, I was gonna say that like we've been through combat together. We may be we are brothers in arms, even though we fought on different fronts and in different lands. But we are brothers in arms, and please, I implore you to let us in, or please explain to us the situation. We might be able to lend our blades to you.
Hang on, I would love if I can just also... Wait, did he believe me at all with the whole Ender Lake camping? Do I have to roll for that?
Well, like I said, he's starting to, he's believing you less and less the more you open your mouth.
Okay, once he does that whole speech, can I just also then yell, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall!
Are you just a fucking walking
Can I,
meme?
Allison,
Yeah.
could you please interject?
Okay, so Grunt's gonna get to say
I was
his
like-
piece. Grunt, you go ahead and roll a
Also, you should
charisma check.
appreciate that.
I rolled a 4.
Everything's falling apart. At this point, my story is quite more realistic.
I just need to see whether or not he replies before you say your bit. Go ahead and roll an initiative check just for this.
8.
You don't get to say anything.
Shit!
Can I return the half of the sphere I have?
Just to grunt.
He's gonna respond real quick to what Grunt said. What you said made him angry.
Oh, shut
I don't want to
He's
return the
kind of
sphere.
yelling, "We are not brothers in arms. You do not know me. You are obviously not from the capital. I will ask one more time, where are you from, and what are members of the occult doing outside the first village of Tanal?"
Can't just answer all his questions in just one word.
I
for each
answered
of
all that.
them?
He mostly believed me on that part. He just is questioning why we were at Ender
He
Lake.
did, and then he opened his mouth.
Son of a bitch!
To be fair, you
Alright,
weren't
so what was the
exactly
line of
helping the
questions?
situation.
He's wanting to know
Where
where
are we
we're from.
And
Wait.
why is member of the cult here?
Yeah.
So we have.
Where are you from, and what do members of the occult want with the first village of Tanal?
Bruh, I'm gonna be real with you. I just want to fucking kill some goblins. So can you point me in a direction towards some goblins?
Everybody do a 1-round initiative check to see who responds to what he said.
God fucking damn it!
I got a 6.
I got a 15 plus an initiative modifier of 1.
Okay, so I got 8.
16.
Alright, so 8, 16. I'm guessing you were very low.
He's
No, he's
19
very
plus
high.
1, he's
1,
20.
so 20. Again.
Okay.
7. So 8.
16.
So Jason, what would you like to say to him?
We came from Ender Lake, and we are not the occult. Or part of the occult. That's all he asked. We just want to
Can
find
we
somewhere to
shoot
rest.
Jason?
If you're not members of the occult, why are you dressed like this?
Because we got
We
locked on
had
the wall.
nothing else on us besides the backpack and the stuff we have on us.
Oh, I guess I actually am an omelet.
Yeah, he did put on a rusty chest plate, I think.
Oh yeah, you are wearing rusty, pretty much half-plate armor. That doesn't look great either.
No.
You're all, but I want to wait, hang on. You also have the robe on still, so you have a robe, but you also have a rusty chest plate on.
Yeah, the
Like-
chest plate's over the robe, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
As armor is, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he's looking at all of you. He places one hand kind of like on the top of the wall, and he places his head in his other hand. And he's like, "So let me get this straight. You're a traveling group of performers
Damn it!
from
Tiefling.
Watertown. You went to Ender Lake because you heard stories of something happening there, which you haven't told us.
Occurrences.
Occurrences.
Not
I'm
how-
very
You
excited.
somehow managed to not pass a single goblin coming through the western forests. You didn't die while you were at Ender Lake. And you're all wearing black robes, even though you're coming from Watertown and could have chosen to wear anything.
Hold on.
Fucking knew it. I knew Ender Lake was Hades.
Hold on. I have
No,
it back-
he's saying we're from Watertown. That's why he's upset with that.
Hold on.
No, I was thinking he was like, you went to Ender Lake and didn't die. I was like, I fucking knew Ender Lake meant something
We got
shitty.
lucky.
Can I address something real quick?
Real charming, please.
I have eloquent flattery. Flattery is one of my
No,
personality traits.
I want him to do. So what would you like to do?
Well, he's suspicious on how we made it past, from Watertown all the way to the lake without Goblin.
Oh, he's suspicious of everything at this
Right.
point.
But I can explain that since... Oh, God. Do we know if this is an empire? No, we don't. That I used to be a capital
all you know,
scout.
you have the map that is here, and you know that he said on authority from the capital. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and roll a intelligence check to see if you remember that he mentioned the capital. But
I'm in a situation where I really can't remember shit.
yeah,
18.
you're what?
Oh, yeah.
18.
Okay,
plus
so yeah,
whatever.
you remember, and that your history modifier would have been applied to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what I was going to say is, to give some semblance of truth, I have a stealth skill of 5. I help navigate them at night. That's why we're wearing black robes to get to Ender Lake.
Okay, that's plausible. Go ahead and roll.
And I
Yeah,
wanted to
roll.
make sure that I used to be a capital scout, so that it wouldn't be that.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
5 plus -1.
God.
Steven came in
Why
so
do we have to
strong,
do so many
and then
persuasion
fell
checks?
apart.
I had hope.
Fuck this.
You know what even better?
Let
That
it
music gave me more hope too. It was so uplifting.
Yeah.
To Steven. And then he fucking rolled a 4.
This is.
Can we just appreciate that all this happened because he knocked too strong? How bad are we thought?
So he takes his head out of his hands. He placed both of his hands, which, by the way, you can all see he's wearing full plate armor. His hands have gauntlets on. He places them on the top of the wall, looks directly at you, and asks, "If you were a capital scout, what is my name?"
The reason I'm no longer a capital scout is because I suffered a head injury during a scouting mission. So I'm sorry, I have no recollection of many names.
May I see the scar?
It was a explosive injury. It was a concussion injury.
And how did this explosion occur?
I don't remember.
I can't quite recall.
Goblin threw a bomb.
A scouting of a siege city.
What city?
I cannot recall. Well, I'm assuming the sunken city has suffered some damage, so it would have that having no other knowledge of the world. That sounds right.
It could be a
Sunken
ruined
city.
city, like an ancient
So
city.
one
Would someone like
this
to
this
jump in and
this
explain
doesn't
our
have to do this doesn't have to do with the current situation.
I got the magic missile.
Um,
Should have shot him through the fucking door.
One at a time. Can I just have everybody roll an intelligence check?
I'm keeping my roll.
I have 9.
Okay, Jason.
19.
Okay,
That's pretty
Sarah.
good.
I get the
13
fucking checks.
plus
I can't
2, so
perform on them.
15.
19.
5, 6 total.
1.
4
Four.
total.
4 total. Wait, what? Oh, okay.
These three, only these three, have made the logical conclusion that because the sunken town of Ostra is surrounded by swampland, that it's just kind of a sunken town, like so far as the grade of the land goes. You three apparently think that it could have been exploded, or there's a
I don't think that. During this conversation, my hands are in my face.
Yeah,
because I'm
that's,
shaking my
that's
head.
why I said this as him or one of you two said something about it being a sunken town and mentioned the explosion. So the three of you, I don't care what your thought process is, you just don't come to the logical conclusion that it's just a sunken town in a swamp.
I refuse to agree with him though when it comes to this matter. I don't want to be a part of this
Okay.
decision.
He's just so
So
upset.
he's obviously
He's just so
Dick-
upset.
I didn't realize because I'm distraught at what is happening.
he's obviously digging himself a hole. You're just standing there with your head in your hands,
No,
like
I'm continuing to dig the hole that he has dug.
I didn't dig this bad of a hole.
no, his hole wasn't this bad. You made it worse.
He made it worse, and then you made it a million times worse. We're almost back to Earth at this point.
Yeah, so You're just standing there with your head in your hands. Someone's gonna interrupt you. You're done.
Okay.
You're not gonna say anything at this point because he already just shut you down. One of you three is going to step in and get to choose to do something. Just the three of you. Sarah, you are going to walk up from behind Allison, and you're still going to kind of like remain behind her plane-wise, but you're kind of like coming around to her side.
Okay.
What
I can
would you
roll the
like to
fucking
say to
initiative.
try and defuse
I
the
can't
situation?
fucking perform on them.
I'm gonna put my arm around Allison
I don't.
to say, we apologize for our companion here.
Which is kind of cool.
Because I'm
He
dragging.
goes
Goes for all of our
Is
companions
it because
here.
He goes through spells,
No, it's just all dragging over the power system.
disorientation,
Oh, okay.
doesn't know what he's saying, gibberish. My companion here, however, is among the more clear-minded of our humble troop. I would prefer you speak to her rather than this poor boy with his injuries.
His injuries.
And if we could see a medic, please.
Okay. His hands are still on the edge of the top of the wall. He's looking at you. He's silent for a moment. Then he looks over at Allison and is like, convince me not to kill you.
Okay, I would like to say one of my personality traits is that I have eloquent flattery. Just gonna put that out there. This is not. I'm just not saying this to him, but
Doesn't matter if you roll a 1.
I know.
What are you going to say to try and save the entire group? One at a time, everybody make a perception check real quick. What was that, Jason?
Give me a second. 11 total.
I'm clocked out for this, aren't I? Or am I actually still like
You're not really participating in the conversation, but you are getting better.
9 plus perception, so 10.
10. Alright, Sarah.
18 plus 6, so 24.
Allison.
17 plus 4, so 21.
Steven.
91.
7 plus 1, so 8.
17 plus 2, so 19.
Okay, so he
Fine.
was silent after listening to Maxine. He looked at Allison and said, convince me not to kill you. All of you notice a substantial shift in the air around you.
So
Tiny.
he's flexing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's flexing hard.
He's like,
but not actually.
Convince me not to kill you.
Allison, what would you like to say?
Okay.
before she starts talking, no, this is
Well-
important.
Is it important mechanically?
Yes.
Or are you okay?
It is important. I am now going to step in with an ability I have been trying to save for as long as I can.
Okay.
I'm going to use, for the first time, my bardic
I think
inspiration.
it's yours.
Haha, yes.
Because for the love of God,
Thank you.
I do not want us to fail this.
Okay.
So for 10 minutes, you have bardic inspiration.
Okay.
What would you like to say to him?
Okay. I would like to appeal to his senses. He's clearly a just and reasonable guard.
He hasn't killed you yet.
Yeah, he hasn't killed us yet. He's let us there at peace. We appreciate the communication. You mentioned that there were goblins. We would be super happy to help with that. As you can see, we all have weapons. And we would be really happy to try and figure that out for you so you guys could not be on lockdown and maybe try and go explore some more. But we are clearly injured, so if you could maybe send a medic out here or just let us briefly go into the village so we can get supplies, that would be really great. But I understand if you're wary. But if you would like to point us in the direction of the goblins, maybe we could try and prove it to you that way.
Okay. What you said already is really great. I'm gonna have you roll persuasion, but you have an additional bonus on his bardic inspiration because what you said is already really good.
Yeah.
That's why you can't roll it.
God!
No, quiet. That's the best part. She can't roll in that one because she has a second roll. So it doesn't matter. So even at best, she can get a 2, which is not a nat 1,
Yeah.
which is not a failure.
That is something.
That is why the bardic inspiration is here.
Thank God. I don't know what that is though.
It's a 6.
So she got a 7 plus whatever it would have been. Persuasion?
Persuasion is +4, so it's a 10.
No, it was 7, so
7 plus
11.
4,
11. Okay.
It was 11 plus whatever God wants to do because he said he liked the speech.
So in the future, I'm obviously gonna let you have it right now, but in the future, floor rolls don't count.
Okay.
If it lands on the
I can
floor,
reroll.
no, you keep the fuck out of that.
Why would you say that?
Let the campaign end.
He just shoots crossbows at all of us. We all die.
Oh, he doesn't need a crossbow.
Oh no.
This is a good campaign.
It was nice knowing you.
So his hands are still on the top of the wall, and he's just staring straight at you.
Oh.
He stares at you, stares at you, stares at you, and finally he sighs. You all noticeably feel the air around you kind of lift.
Fire to arrows.
It's a big, long sigh. I want to believe you.
There.
Everything you've told me up to this point has been a blatant lie. But I want to be able to believe you. As mentioned earlier, we have a goblin problem. You have offered to help with that goblin problem. If you can bring me,
Music is making it right now.
if you can bring me the head of the goblin leader,
The
we-
leader.
we can
Sorry.
talk more. However, as mentioned earlier, even if I were inclined to, I cannot allow you in on orders from the capital.
That was beautiful with the music drop right there. The music drops. I cannot allow you into the village.
Can he? Well, he can't open the gate because of the.
Because of the siege warning, yeah, you can't.
But will
Ask
he
him if he can
send
toss
Can
us
he throw supplies over?
and aid?
Like over the wall? He doesn't have to, he can throw a whole person if he wants to, but like some
Sustenance.
band-aids?
If we can somehow get medicine out of it, I have medicine proficiency or
Yeah.
skill, so
If he could throw some medicine, I can throw him like a gold piece because we broke his door.
So can we ask the captain up there if we can camp here and then leave
Wait,
at early dawn?
I think my
on
next
outskirts of the
sentence-
city?
to the captain is, what is the location of the goblins? How far away are they? We need to know how far we need to go.
Make her ready.
What reports we've been able to gather show that all the goblins have been coming from the west. Unfortunately, due to the size of this garrison, we haven't been able to actively go out and find their nest.
Okay.
Would you all like to take a moment to discuss before Allison, who is now your spokesperson, says whatever you all want to say next?
Yes.
Out of game real quick, can we just appreciate the fact that it has taken us an hour and a half to convince this man
No,
IRL an hour and a half for us simply to get the quest that in Matt's eyes I guarantee Matt thought we would have had this quest in 5 minutes. In an hour and a half we got the quest.
Oh yeah, since we're here already, literally you were supposed to come to the village, you were supposed to wake up the guard without busting a hole in the gate. The guard was gonna go...
asked him to!
We are a motley crew.
The guard was gonna go get the guy you're currently talking to because he's the one in charge. He was gonna be skeptic because, you know, half-orc, dragonborn tiefling, and elves for some odd reason. But he was going to be very more amenable. He wasn't going to immediately assume you were part of an occult. You were just gonna yeah, go kill some goblins for us, cool. But no.
Grunt's immediate reaction at the very beginning was, I think we've made a mistake, was very accurate.
Anyways, what in game? Everybody discuss. What would you? And I'm assuming you're kind of conversing quietly to each other, so he
Yeah.
doesn't know what you're saying.
Can we just start going that way around, or do you want us?
I mean, Tucker, do you have anything that you would like me to ask the guard? Do you have anything you would like to add? Any concerns?
Their overall strength if they know it.
Okay. All right. Good question. Like how many numbers, if they have any general ideas?
And more of the sense of do we know if they are they a horde? Or are they
She said
campments?
Scourge, but like I kind of want to know if they are like spread out in many little camps, or if it's one massive camp of goblins.
That's
or...
why, yeah, that's why I wanted to know as well.
Okay.
I would just say if you let us set up camp on the outskirts of the wall, so we're protected and can head out.
Have a long rest before we go. I think that's reasonable.
Or graciously could spare some supplies.
Okay. I ask him if he knows anything about their numbers, what kind of camp they're set up in. Is it a large camp, a small camp, many small camps? He said they were in the west. If he knows anything useful that we might know, like what kind of weapons they have, like the camping and the supplies. Okay. And then if he would be so gracious to let us camp just outside of the wall, so that way we have some extra protection for the night before heading out in the morning. And if he has any rations that he would be able to spare, so that way we can make the journey to them.
According to your story, let me get this straight. You're a gathering troop of actors.
Sure. Would you like to see an illusion? I can make a lion's roar.
As a wandering troop, you expect me to believe you have never encountered goblins.
We're elves. I have dark vision.
Menagerie.
I understand. I have dark vision, and I've been trying to guide us stealthily through the night and avoid all conflicts up until this point. So we have been attempting to avoid the encampments and stay out of the way. Thus far, we've been relatively lucky and have not faced them, as we've been staying on a clearly marked trail away from clear danger. I've only now approached civilization to try and get help.
There's another long pause.
Got it.
He's just staring at you. Then he takes a deep breath. Again, in good faith, saying, I believe what you have just told me, and you have somehow managed, as a wandering troop, to never encounter goblins, I still cannot allow you, in good peace of mind, to rest outside the walls of this village. I would appreciate your assistance in this matter, and I can give you any intel we've gathered on the goblins, but I will need you to leave this area.
What is an appropriate distance from the wall?
You should not be visible to any of our guards.
I will
All towards
accept
you.
any intel that you have. Your assistance is greatly appreciated, and we will set foot towards them the next morning after getting a night's rest in the forest nearby here.
Your best course of action would be first to visit the logging camp of this village, which is to the northwest. That is the livelihood of the village, and that is where the goblins first started appearing before all villagers were recalled back to the village and they were placed under siege.
So that's the only intel that we get? I'm not saying that to the guard, I'm just like,
Yeah.
are we done with this?
That's all he said.
Okay. Is there any other information we should know about the goblins?
I mean, goblins are fairly common knowledge, but since you've apparently never encountered one, he pauses.
We are so good. Real stealthy.
They're miserable creatures. The tallest that you will typically encounter stand possibly 3 feet tall. They don't carry conventional weapons. Usually they'll have a club, or if they've managed to kill someone, they sometimes take swords and spears. Most commonly, though, you will run into them with clubs and possibly pointy sticks.
Real Breath of the Wild. Get it. Okay, cool.
Goblins' main strength is their numbers. However, again, this is common knowledge, but I have to assume you're all simpletons at this point. All goblin infestations have a nest where they originate from, and at the nest is the goblin leader. Goblins, being extraordinarily weak-minded, are always led by someone stronger. It can be a goblin champion, or it can be a sorcerer or someone else in a position of power to make them do their bidding.
Do love a good sorcerer.
Goblin Slayer much?
Beyond this common knowledge, we don't have any further information on where the goblins are or who is leading them. All we know is that the first point of contact was the logging camp to the northwest.
Well, then we will set our sights on the logging camp. appreciate the intel and you not killing us. Do we have a group name?
At you mentioning him not killing you, he starts drumming the fingers of his right hand on the top of the wall and just keeps staring at you.
Thank you for not killing us. Me and my comrades greatly appreciate all of your assistance. We will bid you adieu, and we will return with the goblin's head. And then we walk away to the northwest towards the logging camp.
As you're walking away, he just kind of yells after you. While I love to see a goblin's head on a spike, I will need the leader's head if I am to let you into the village.
I get that, yeah. We'll return with the goblin's leader's head. Fine. I'm not saying that to him, but like, fuck you.
Yeah. Anyways. So you're walking west. How long would you like to walk before you stop?
Till night. Like time-wise or distance-wise?
Either one, because each block is 4 miles, and 4 miles takes you about an hour.
I would say we can go diagonal, so we can just go
Yeah,
one, two.
traversing the world at this point is very fast.
How about we
Thank
go 2 hours and then we start setting up camp and get ready?
Right there.
Is that what?
We're right here right now, so I would say 1, 2, and right there.
I was thinking we're
So
on.
we would be camping right outside the lodging camp.
We're approximately 2 miles to the diagonal right of the logging village, and I propose that we all roll perception, make sure that we're safe, and set up camp. Because it should be 8-ish, no, 7-ish by now.
Okay. Starting...
I propose, I mean, we don't have to all agree. But...
No, we agree.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
cool.
agree. That's why we all
Yeah,
should.
we agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starting with Grunt, one at a time, roll perception.
16.
16. Okay. I'm going to just use his roll.
Okay.
There's nothing suspicious going on around you at this point in time. You're just in the middle of a forest. You found a slight clearing, and you can set up camp here. There's
Okay.
nothing suspicious going on.
Any animal friends?
So like I was talking with you earlier, this is kind of why I had that conversation with you. Animals instinctively don't like humans and stay away from human noises. You're all making human noises at this point. You've been trekking
I
through the
know.
woods.
But we do have rations. So an animal might smell that.
She's a little trap.
Might.
They also smell blood coming off of 4 of us.
They like blood.
Not all of them.
Not the ones that we want to be friends.
There are no animals around you right now.
Okay. So I
What
think
about
we
a
should
horse?
all set up camp.
Okay.
So
Oh,
pending
Such
Sarah's
high hopes.
fire thing, or Jason is also a dragon. He
And Matt, if I were to use my fire breath, but not like, since I'm a dragonborn, can I just use like a puff of fire and that doesn't count as a fire breath? Or do I have to go the full length fire breath?
Especially considering up until less than 24 hours ago you weren't a dragonborn. I'm going to say you don't know how to control it, and it's full force no matter what you try currently.
I was gonna have somebody make a fire, but it sounds like the only fire we could create is going to be a forest fire.
I can resist the fire.
I don't think would make the village
Yeah.
very
I
happy.
also don't
Yeah, they
want
look
to.
over where we went, and
Wait,
they're
so
like,
if-
yeah, they went that way. Isn't that where they see the smoke? Like, isn't that where those fucking weirdos went? Yeah. Great.
The nautical just have now started a forest fire.
They're not cultists, but they're burning horse down.
And then,
Anyways,
no,
So
no.
it's probably better that we
Close
don't start a
burn off.
fire anyway, because we don't want to call attention to ourselves being so close to the goblin camp, assumedly because the logging village is right over there. So we're gonna set up camp.
In the dark.
Yes, it's probably dark, but we all have dark vision. Most of us have dark vision. At least the 4 of us do. That's all I know.
Would we like anyone to try and keep guard and take shifts?
I only need a 4-hour shift, so I can, or 4-hour sleep or short rest or whatever, and it resets everything, so I can do most of the guarding.
I'm assuming that we're just. Yeah, it's not going to be that important for
I
me.
just want to make sure I at least throw the idea out there, because when God inevitably fucks us,
hey, it's your boy.
I need a long rest to get all the healing back.
and
Okay,
then
so you
I
need
really
long
don't
rest.
even have to long rest. I still have 3 more uses of bardic inspiration, so really,
Probably for the best.
I'm assuming you set up camp and I'm just...
I have a tent. It's 2-person tent, so you're not going to share one.
It's just gonna be really cozy. Because this is 2
Really
normal
large
human-
creatures, yeah.
Aries
I'm
The
aware.
tent's made for 2 humans.
We're in the military, we're used to it.
Okay.
got really tired.
I for sure am going to be a guard because I only need to meditate semi-consciously for 4 hours. Who else wants to guard? Because I do need at least 4 hours of guarding. Or because it should only be like 7 p.m. right now, but if somebody wants to wait and stay
I
up
will
with
stay.
everybody.
I will stay awake for 4 hours right
Yes,
now.
I'll
You go
meditate,
rest,
and then I'll be the guard for the rest of the night.
and then it should be morning by
That
the
makes
time
sense.
I wake up.
Because no one else
And then
is
everybody
at
else does a
full
long
health.
rest, and it's an 8 hour.
Yeah.
Get everything.
So you traveled for what, like about 2 hours, right?
3 hours.
Yeah. It should be about 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
All right. So it's about 7 o'clock.
10, 11, and then.
Well, let's
I'll-
say you're gonna guard for her 4 hours, right?
Yes.
That's what you decided. Do you want a long rest or just a short rest?
I'll do a long rest after that. So then it would be 11 o'clock when she wakes up. Then I'll go long rest.
And so it's gonna be 7 in the morning.
7 in the morning. Perfect.
All right.
Great.
So I need.
Everybody else needs to decide what they're going to do for the 4 hours while he's on guard. If they're going to rest now and then wake up in the middle of the night, or if they're going to wait up, like make dinner, do whatever they're going to do while I'm meditating.
Before taking the long rest, I'm going to use Divine Sense, because it's dark out already and can't really see. We have no fire, so...
So you're using your divine sense.
Oh, you sneaky start.
You sense that she is evil, but you don't sense any other evil presence around you, and you sense what you already knew.
He's good.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep.
Great.
Ta-da!
I feel good now. I can go to sleep.
Okay, so
I think
he's gonna take the first 4 hour watch. She's going to do her long rest, which is her 4 hours of meditation. Everybody else, are you going to like stay up with him? Are you going to immediately go to sleep and then be up for a portion of like the latter bit of the night? Like, what is everybody else gonna do?
I'll set up our tenting gear and our sleeping gear, which is our tent and our sleep bags, and then I'll keep watch with him.
I'm gonna help Allison set up our camp. She'll wake me up when she goes on watch, and I'll go back to sleep.
Wait, are you going to sleep? Or you...
I'm just gonna make sure you get up and go. Wish you farewell.
Okay, so
Bye-bye.
you're going to wake me up when I need to go on watch, and then you'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is epic music for the most mundane
Yeah.
conversation.
We're all tense from our...
Gonna set up tent, chair on front, and then probably hang out with Mark until he goes to sleep, and we all go to sleep.
Gotcha.
Or I go to sleep, excuse me.
And then what are your plans?
Long rest. Just
You're
straight
just gonna
to,
straight up go to sleep?
like I help him set up the tent, and as soon as it's done, I just lay flat and just that's it.
So for the first 4 hours, you, and you are all awake and on watch. Just can I have the 4 of you? Just pick one of the 4 of you and roll a d20.
Who's the luckiest?
Yeah.
Just want me.
Who has the nicest dice?
Do it, man.
Do it.
4!
Oh god.
Do it.
Can we all roll?
Dear.
I'm assuming
I
this is...
stopped listening for a sec. What did he just roll for?
All of you.
It's first watch.
All 4 of you. Me and Allison taking a nap
So
though.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
never mind. Not one of you. All of you roll d20.
Thank you, God.
It's whoever got the best.
12.
9.
9.
14.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Thank God.
So the
No.
4 of you are gonna go to sleep. You're still asleep. Allison, roll for your watch, which is gonna be the rest of the night. You just have to not fuck up this roll in the morning.
18.
You good?